All right, and so we're doing confidence intervals. Confidence intervals. And we do not pull for confidence intervals. We only pull because the null hypothesis says that the two proportions are the same. And that only happens when we're doing hypothesis. So the confidence interval, so this guy is B. I hope you realize that that's for one prop. Okay, so let's go over here and notice that M comes first and then F. And we have 0.0312 to 0.05. Then look what happens here. I put F, then M. Then, now what happens is everything switches around. So what becomes first comes last. And what becomes negative becomes positive. So since the 0.0312 is positive, it becomes negative. But since the 0.0526 is positive, it becomes negative. And the trick for here is that you got to remember that when we have negative numbers, that -2 is smaller than -1. All right? So that's kind of confusing here. And so that is on purpose. Okay? So the answer here is B. When testing two proportions, what is the formula for pooling? Hopefully you recognize this. All right, and so, jeepers, when using it, let me read this and get back to you. Okay, so I'm in my graphing calculator and I'm going to put all these in. I'm going to put 368 for x1, and then 541 for n1, and then 351 for x2, 593 for x2. And do you see that I'm going to say that P1 is greater than? And I do all of this and I get a p-value. So I get 0.0010. I have to read off my graphing calculator. So if my alpha is 0.05, so do you see that's less than 0.05? So since it's less than, we are going to reject. Okay. Okay, so we have a 95% confidence interval. Now, the first guy is negative, so remember that after that word we use the word less, and that guy is positive, so after that we use the word more. All right, so it's not A, because it doesn't talk about 95. B says 95, but do you see how it says less for both of them? So that's not good. Let's look at C. It says more for both of them. That's not good. Let's go to D. So it says 5.36 less to 2.38 more. That's the answer. That is D. All right, so it says for number 6, it says write the standard error. So for hypothesis testing. So hopefully that you remember that we pool. So P hat pool is equal to 368 plus 351 divided by 541 plus 593. So 368 plus 351 gives me 719. And 541 plus 593 gives me 1134. Okay, so now I need to write the standard error. Okay, I'm going to write it on top of problem number 5, so let me erase this all. And I'm sorry, I don't have enough room here. All right, so remember what is going to be 719 divided by 1134 times 1 minus 719. Go away, 19 over 1134. I hate that. divided by 541 plus 719 over 1134. And then it's going to be 1 minus 719 over 1134. And this time it's going to divide it by 593. And don't forget to take the square root of everybody. Now remember, instead of doing the 1 minus, remember what you could do. You could just take the absolute value if you subtract the numerator from the denominator, and you can use that too. But anyway, so that's the answer to number 6. All right, so now let's go do number 7. It says, write the z-score fraction. Z-score fraction. All right, so what am I going to do? Write the z-score fraction for. Let's go do this. First of all, I have to pool. So I'm going to choose another color because I'm going to have to invade here. So let's go to purple. Okay, so P hat pool. And what do I, I think I can just put this into my graphing calculator. So I'm going to go to stats, tests, and I'm going to put in, I don't know if I'm going to, I don't think it matters. Oh, okay, I'm going to do this. So what do I get? 368 plus 351 over 541 plus 593, which is 719 over 1134. Okay, so I have that, and I have that up here. So I'm going to say, and you have to do this, I'm going to say that this is equal to SE pooled. Okay? All right, so now let's go do the fraction here. And I'm sorry, I thought I could do this on the calculator. All right, so let's just go do this. Go away, go away. All right, so remember is P hat 1, which is Z is equal to 368 divided by 541 minus P hat 2, 351 divided by 593. And remember, you have to say minus 0. I will take off if you don't say minus 0. Divided by, and then all you have to do here is write SE pool. Right? Because I said what is equal to up here. Right? So you don't have to recreate the wheel. Okay?